Hey, if you enjoy what I do, please drop a like on the video, click the bell if you want to, not necessary, and drop a comment. Want to give me feedback. I'm doing it like this because I'm pretty bad at selling out when I'm recording videos. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you there. So today's uploads are going to be lighter than usual because we're covering 2 3-stars today. Jekyll and Hyde and Babbage. Babbage is going to get his own video, obviously. But this servant is like technically 2-in-1, but also doesn't work the same way as like Mel's. Yeah. So assassin that transforms into a berserker. Now recently they buffed Jekyll and gave him a 80% battery, so you can switch from assassin to berserker pretty much on turn 1. So like every servant now has a 20% battery to start with. But did not fix all the problems people had with Jekyll. Made it a lot easier to use him, but didn't fix the problems. So again, I'm not going to be talking much about this, but the fact that this is supposed to be a berserker, like this low HP and this low attack, it hurts. It hurts. It's gonna hurt his damage very much. But how are you gonna balance a berserker and an assassin at the same time? They are two very, very different playstyles. Star weight and assassin, they're the normal values for each one. MP charge pretty much the same. It's 0.03, really doesn't matter. This kinda matters, but no, not really survivability stuff. Here's an interesting one though. Alignment switches from lawful good as an assassin to chaotic evil as berserker. And Brynhild's Beloved is only on assassin. So that part is cool. Like you can use different supports depending on which mode you're on. But I bring up support, chaotic evil support. That's Doman. Are you really going to choose Jekyll and Hyde over just using Doman? Probably not. Probably not. Hit counts are year 1 garbage. But at least they gave him the double buster. But when he MPs, he can't MP again. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So, kind of annoying. First skill, 15% attack on Jekyll. But if you're Hyde, that turns into 50% attack. So that's why this is so low, because a 50% attack buff for 3 turns, and now you can get to the MP a lot quicker. At least that's decent, but that still doesn't help Jekyll. I don't think the disparity should be this high, but second skill, a 15% stun success rate as Jekyll. And then if you're Hyde, 150%. And the base stun is 10%. Yeah. Yeah, so as Jekyll, I had to do quick maths in my head. As Jekyll, it's like 25% chance to stun, and then as Hyde, it's 160%. This is on a 6 turn. Because like I've seen some 3-stars that have stuns at like 8 turns. It's like why? Or charms that are that high. But that's all this does. So both of these skills need work. I honestly thought Jekyll needed like a full rework, but if they just fix little things, they don't need to fully rework it. It's Jekyll is not such a hopeless case as like Saber Gilles or like Steno. I'm actually gonna bring up a 4-star in this. Like they need reworks, not buffs. And Steno probably isn't getting that rework because they already buffed her MP. Alright, so this is what it originally was: 15% crit damage on Jekyll, 50% on Hyde. Buffed it. They didn't change any of this, but if you're Jekyll, you get an 80% battery. Thus, able to MP off turn 1. That really is what this unit needed, though. It needed a way to get to the MP. It needed a way to get to the gimmick, because that's what the servant is, a gimmick. Now, are all these buffs as Jekyll good? Are all these skills as Jekyll good? No. God, no. God, no. Are they good as Hyde? Yes, they are very good as Hyde. So now instead of having to like slug your way into there, you pop this turn 1. MP, turn it to Hyde. And then you're popping these buffs. Unfortunately, I believe these pop up as 2 different buffs, and you need to have Hyde up to get this one. So you can't pop this one and then get this buff as well, but it's not active. No, you have to repop the skill. So you're gonna need like Vitch for cooldown reduction, but that's a waste because you can't MP again. Unfortunate. Passive skills also change based on what mode he's in. If he's an assassin, 10% charging, which doesn't really matter. If he's a Zerk, 10% buster. That actually does matter. Again, 3-star. You're gonna have all these. This is an interesting one. We'll get to that in a second. If you plan on using Jekyll, you need mana loading maxed out. There's no order, because you'll eventually get all the coins, but this is one you need maxed out. This is interesting though, that he can have as a berserker, he'd be getting the attack buff, which is not normal. Usually the berserkers have the crit chance reduction. I mean, it would have been better if this is switched around, because this part definitely works. This one's like, this is for Mordred, I think, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, at least he has that going for him. As a berserker, he would have type it like an advantage against riders more than berserkers normally have. All right. Yes. Here's the other thing about Jekyll. Yeah. So right here, cannot be used on berserker. 500 chance. To change class to berserker, I didn't hide that throughout that. There's no way you can go through the servant without talking about it. Originally, it was 2,000 HP. And then also, once you pop this MP, your health is maxed out. It is a 5,000, or was 5,000. Buffed it. Now it's 600. But here's more the interesting part. They buffed the OC. So now it's an 80, like it goes up to an 800% plus permanent buster buff while he's on the field. That would be cool, but Jekyll can't buster Brave Chain. Now with QABs, that actually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, if you can get star weight on the Buster card, so using Vitch, it really isn't gonna matter. And okay, yeah. Also, now that I actually think about it, using Vitch isn't a bad thing here because you can just pop. You could pop all three of these skills. You're able to MP. They're on the 5-turn cooldown. Then you pop all the Vitch skills. So now Jekyll's at 200%. And then he gets his 50% Buster buff. QABs let the Buster last, and now it gets the benefit of having a Buster in front along with being at the end. So that Buster crit is actually going to do damage, which is what you're going to want. The next turn, you pop all these again, and you'll have the double stacks. So, not a terrible idea. I don't think it's the best. And you can also like switch it around, just like wait until after you're in Berserker mode before you pop these. But then you miss out on Buster buff, which this is pretty good scaling. I'm not gonna lie. 6,000 HP for Berserker, an instant heal when he MPs. And considering that you could rail him to like 120, that 6,000 is like almost a 50% health bump. Easy 50% health bump. And then Bonsi is 50% Buster while he's on the field. So here's the thing. This being the way it is means Jekyll cannot do Buster break chance. That is a big problem. They would have to rework it so it just does something different. Because it could keep these effects. It could keep... Yeah, actually, it would be really, really cool if he could keep popping this MP. Like you wouldn't have the switch part. You would just like, once you get 50, pop it, you get another a permanent 40, and another 6k HP, and another heal. I think that would be like pretty sick if you could start attacking it. Then he'd be actually like a fun servant to use. It's like the faster. Yeah, like you could think of him like if he was actually able to do stuff like that, you could think of him like as like a form of combo. Like the more you get him going, the harder and harder it will actually be. Because he'll keep stacking like base 40 and 6k HP along with fully healing himself. That's honestly gonna be like King Protea as a 3-star. So that part, it wouldn't need a rework. That I think is his major flaw, that he can't use this as a berserker. Overall, like, you should level this guy. Right now he's not that good. He's a gimmick servant, but the potential for a lot of fun is definitely there. If they actually remove that restriction, I will definitely try to use it in challenges. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.